disappointed with the turnovers on offense, especially with the interceptions. Matt had gone through 2 games without any interceptions. We had 2 in 1 game. That would get us beat down the road with tougher competition. So we're excited to be 3-0, but obviously we have a long, long ways to go and a lot of stuff to work on.
Lane, you guys went to some smash mouth football in the second half. Was that more what you saw, or was it a mindset that you wanted to establish?
Well, we'd like that to be our personality. You never know when it's going to be during a game. Sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late. You know, we weren't clicking as well as we'd like prior to that. Had a few big plays, but not very consistent. We were putting ourselves in long yardages with some very crucial penalties. So it was good to see. It was good to see the line respond. It was good to see the backs, especially Allen. And then CJ ran hard there at the end too. So it's good. You're going to have games like that, especially on the road. You know, things start not going your way, but you need to rely on the ground game. So that's the first time we've done that out of 3 games. So at least we know it's there. It's part of our offense.
Does Allen's performance change anything as far as the tailback situation?
Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll look at the film and figure it out. Allen had a really good week of practice, which speaks a lot for him. It's a great lesson for our team. He could have went the tank very easily. Could have said things in the media, and he did a really good job. And really, in his limited touches throughout the week in practiced extremely hard, and it paid off for him, which is a good story for all of our players to see.
When you talk about special teams, how do you balance off, say, the not getting the conversions, the 2-point conversions versus the long touchdown? Does that kind of take away a little bit? Or?
Yeah, it kills some momentum. But there's certain looks on our 2-point conversions where when they give us certain looks, we're going to go for it, and they're not all going to work. We like to think that when we make those decisions, the percentages are in our favor. It's why we're making the decision. And like anything in football, it doesn't always go as planned.
Talk about the kick return. How big was that in terms of momentum?
Yeah, I thought it was a really big momentum lift. The game was very close at the time, kind of going back and forth. Both offenses struggling a little bit, and the defense is playing well, and it worked out perfectly. It's why the emphasis from the first day of getting here has been on special teams. I would challenge that we put more time and dedication to our special teams than anybody in the country with our practice plans and what we're doing. So now it's continued to pay off for us now in 3 games in a row.
What were you thinking when you were trailing 14-13?
I wasn't really worried. I just really think about what we can do to play better and perform better. And I told our guys this wasn't going to be an easy game coming in. These guys last week meant nothing. And I'm sure I haven't seen scores. I'm sure there's 3 or 4 stories like that around the country today, as usual. What happened the week before never means anything. These guys are going to come out fired up. This was going to be their Super Bowl. A win over FC, I'm sure, would have made a lot of pain go away from last week. And they came out extremely emotionally high, and they played well.
Matt's first interception, it seemed like he and Rhett weren't necessarily in sync about the timing of it, but the second one, it looked, at least from our vantage point, like he kind of forced it into the coverage there. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, the 2 interceptions, the first one's extremely critical because there's some momentum right there. We had been very good in 2-minute drills this season, and that was the first play of the 2-minute drive after a turnover there that would have given us a comfortable lead there at half. And the backer jumped Robert on the under. Matt threw it, didn't wait long enough for Rhett to come out of his break. He was going to be there. The safety was really deep. He ends up intercepting it, even though the ball was overthrown. So that was unfortunate. When you go to the second one, I think that was his frustration. We had just gotten a penalty on a chop block or on a cut block below the waist by a receiver outside of the box. And then went back, and I think Matt was very frustrated with that because we had some little bit of momentum right there. And he forced that ball instead of going into the Z who's coming out of me.